All right, 2023 is coming to an end in less than a week. So here's the question. Will the new year bring good luck for those looking to buy a home?
We can hope so. And this morning we have Houston Association of Realtors Chair Cathy Trevino joining us here this morning with how the housing market is looking in 2024. Cathy, good morning to you. Thanks so much for joining us.
Good morning. How are you both?
Doing good. Thanks for being here with us this early morning. So let's talk about this. I'm trying to buy a house in 2024, hopefully in the next 12 to 16 months. How is the housing market doing right now? What can we expect?
You know, 2024 is actually looking pretty positive right now. We just got off of the 19th month of low inventory, and now we're hitting a great opportunity where more homes are actually on the market. So great time to buy, more opportunity out there, and so you may want to take a look at that and make sure that you purchase this year.
All right, so there's been all kinds of speculation about if the housing market will crash and what's ahead. But let's talk about how Houston compares to the national picture.
Yes. You know, I think a lot of people were looking at that for the past year or so, where we had low inventory, interest rates were at all-time highs, all of those things. But the market actually started leveling it off towards the latter part of the year. And so we have more inventory on the ground and prices have started to moderate. And now if we can take a little bit of control of those interest rates, I think that will put the market right back where we need to be. But those are the things that we're really watching this year. And I think that we may have a good shot with the interest rates starting to dip just a little bit.
That is good news to hear. So someone looking for a house, when is the best time? Is it the beginning of the year, or when in 2024 should you really be looking for a house?
I guess I'm a little biased. I think it's always a good time to buy. We always say, gosh, I wish I would have purchased that house last year when things were better. But I believe that our market is very cyclical. And so the spring is usually the time where most people will start looking for homes. A lot of people are starting to get their income tax returns, and they are able to utilize those for down payment assistance and things like that. And, a lot of sellers are starting to clean out their homes and get them ready and prepared for sale so that they can hit the market at prime season, which is typically our summer seasons. But the spring is always a really good time. And so if I were you, I would start thinking about it now, so that you can find that perfect home.
Yeah, and then if you wait till the spring, you might have more people trying to get the house that you want. So something else to keep in mind. But what about sellers? Like, should they wait till the spring, or what are your thoughts on any tips for them?
I think, just like you stated, right now is actually a really good time because there's not as much competition on the market. So, both for sellers and for buyers, really start thinking about that so that, you're not up against a lot of competition, and you're looking at opportunities for both buyers and sellers.
So I know we saw the Feds raise the interest rate, 3 times this year? Obviously, things are starting to cool off now. What are you expecting going into 2024 when it comes to interest rates and the market overall?
As far as interest rates, if we can take control of that, that would be amazing. But of course, we have no control over what the Feds are going to do. We have heard that they are going to dip, and we're staying very positive on that note. And if they can do that, then I think that our market, this actually 2024 market, will be a very, very good market.
All right, so we got a little bit of time left, so I'm going to pass my paper and pen over to Delon for any additional tips for buyers looking ahead in 2024.
No, for both buyers and sellers, I would just say, be patient. There's a lot of great properties out there. You're just going to have to take the time to find that perfect property. Make sure you get pre-qualified, get with a good lender. And there's a lot of programs that are available out there for buyers, especially for first-time home buyers. So make sure that you ask the proper questions so that way you can find the program that, if you're looking for any type of program, there are a lot of programs out there. There's a lot of money out there to help buyers buyers get into homes. And for sellers, I would say, be patient. The market is just a little bit different from where it was last year or even the year before during COVID. So properties are not flying off the shelf. So make sure that you get with a good realtor who understands the market, who knows how to price your home, because pricing is very, very important when it comes to selling your home. And listening to your realtor when it comes to for their advice that they give, whether it's decluttering or getting the property home ready for sale. Take the advice of a realtor, and just like I stated, make sure that you always hire a realtor who understands the market, who can give you a comparable market analysis, and make sure that they point you in the right direction for buyers as well. So,
all right. Well, thank you so much, Cathy Trevino, HAR Chair, for giving us all those tips that Delana's made a list of over here.
Keep your phone on. I might be calling you next year for sure.
I'm here. Thank you so much.
Thank you.